best of our capabilities. Right?
All right, so what's your name?
Dallas,
Dallas. How old are you?
33.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in Tucson, but I'm originally from Mammoth, Arizona.
Okay.
Mammoth, yeah.
Where's that at?
It's like 2 hours north of here. It's a little tiny town. It's like 2.5 miles long. Like we have a Circle K and a Dollar General. We had to go to school, grocery shopping, hospitals, all of that. We had to drive at least 45 minutes to an hour away to do any of that. So it was they're little mining towns, like back where I'm from, yeah. It's by like the Gila River and stuff like that. Yeah. Mammoth, Seminole, and Oracle. All three towns are a tri-community, so all three towns went to one high school together.
Are you native?
No, I'm Chicana and Samoan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some kind of native, but native islander, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So what brings you all the way back here to Tucson?
Well, I came out here about like 5 years ago now, and it was to get away from an abusive ex. Like my first time I came out here, he found me. Like I ran away, and he actually found me. Had met this girl randomly up here, and she took me in and let me stay with her. And then one day she was like, "Hey," she's all, "You wanna try some different beans?" She's like, "I'm gonna hit up another plug." She's all, and so she hit him up. She's like, "Hey," he said he'll be on his way in like 45 minutes. And he shows up, and like I've never seen this man in my life. And so they're doing their business, and then all of a sudden he turns to me and he's like, "And who's that in the corner over there?" She's like, "Oh, that's my new roommate." And I'm like looking at this man like I have never seen this man in my life. And I was like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'll explain later." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Anthony wanted me to talk to you." And as soon as he said the name, I was like I guess like I didn't even realize it. Like I started crying, like, and he's like, "Oh my God, Mama." He's like, "I'm not trying to make you cry or nothing like that." He's not mad. He's all that. You can come home anytime you want. Just call and he'll come. He'll drop everything and come and bring you back home. He's all. And I was like, "What?" Like some money, some blues, and some G. And he was like, "Oh shoot, I'm sorry." He wanted me to give you this, and I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't want that." I was like, "You could." I was like, with all due respect, I was like, you could tell him he could take that. Like I don't need any of that anymore. I was like, and he's like, "No, he wants you to just have this, no strings attached." I was like, "No, if I take this, that's strings attached." I was like, "And I want nothing to do with this man." Like, and he's like, he said he's sorry, like that he realized how much, whatever. And so he's like, "Will you just go out and talk to him just for 5 minutes?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Here, I'll pay you." He's like, "I'll pay you 50 beans." He's like, "If you go out and do this just for me." And I was like, whatever. And then so I went out there, and like he made me like, he started crying, saying that he just got out of the hospital, that he OD'd and this and making it all kind. And so of course like I was all gullible, and I fed into it, and I went back with him, and it lasted for 3 months. And the day that I left was the day that he almost killed me. And he, mind you, this just got out of prison for doing 13 years for almost killing his baby mama. And I thought he would have, like learned his lesson, never wanted to put his hands on a female again, but I was wrong. Like that day he got mad at me for telling him his phone was blowing up all day and night, all day. No dude is gonna hit his homie up all day and night, calling like that. And so I was like, it must be a female. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Who's that? Your girlfriend hitting you up?" And that just sent him off the freaking edge. Like he was like, "What?" Started going like, and just one thing led to another, and like he kind of threw me on the ground, and like I had to where like he threw me on the ground, and like I slipped, and I had an advantage I envisioned my foot just kicking him straight in his face and hitting him, and I was like, "No, he's gonna whoop my ass. He's gonna whoop my ass if I do this." But then like he started to go for me, and I did it, and I kicked him in the face. It was the first time I had ever like hit him back, and like, oh my goodness, like that was like the worst mistake.
What's that?
Hey, we're doing an interview.
Can't be. This is private property. Do the interview at the bus stop or somewhere else.
All right, cool, man. I'm gonna wrap it up already. Thank you. Appreciate you.
We could just walk to the side right here,
Yeah.
And so
we're gonna wrap it
I'm
up.
sorry, yeah.
That's
and
fine.
so, but yeah, Tucson has become a home for me, and I love Tucson now, and so thank you.
So what? You don't have no family out here?
I have no family out here. All my family's back home. My father passed away in 2016 when I was in prison. My dad passed away, and he raised me. And my mom lives in Apache Junction, but I'm not really close with her. And my grandmother, though, raised me with my dad, and my grandpa just passed away like a year ago, and I'm supposed to be going back home. and helping her, because I'm the only one out of her grandkids and children that she wants to help her out. But like, I can't be using drugs while I'm around her. And I don't like to do it. She'll accept it, but she don't care that I want it. But like, and so like, I have all of that back home, but I'm just being, you know, stubborn. And I actually just got out of prison like 2-3 months ago, and then I went to prison, and then I went to a sober living house after that.
What were you locked up for?
Possession of because I got in trouble with beans, with blues. I got arrested, Man. And so they gave me 6 months in DOC, and so I did a month.
DOC, that's prison, right?
Yeah, I did a month and a half on that, and then I got out, and I had 47 days parole. So my parole officer, I went back home with my nana, and then next, Monday morning, my parole officer said that she's gonna have to move me back up here to Tucson, because I was in Pinal County, and that was in Pima County. She's like, 47 days, and you'll be done with it. She's all, and you can go back home to your nana. And 2 days before I was supposed to finish my parole, my ex-boyfriend showed up and got me kicked out of there. Like, he just showed up, like, him and his girlfriend went over there looking for me earlier that day. It was causing a bunch of stuff, and then next thing you know, like, I looked up and he was standing in my room. Like, he paid somebody $40 to tell him which room I lived in, and he went and snuck in there, and I had no idea. And then so they caught it on camera and everything like that, and they said that I was for allowing that, because I have other roommates, that it was putting the other women in jeopardy. Like, I was a threat, they said, because for allowing. I was like, but I didn't tell him to go, like, and they just weren't listening to it. So I was just like, at that point, I was like, you know what, fuck it, and I started getting high again that day. Like, I was like, and so I didn't have to leave the place. Like, I had to leave that place, but I qualified for another program, Invest, and I was one of 200 people in Pima County that qualified for this program. And they, I had just got accepted into barber school. They were paying for it, and my first 3 paychecks of my job, if I got one, that's all they wanted from me, and they were going to pay for the rest for me to get an apartment and everything like that. And then, so they wanted me to go to a different place, and I had started getting high already again, and so I threw that opportunity away, because I started, and so now I've just been out here. Like, it's been like a month and a half now, and I've been out here, like, and I don't have to be out here in the streets, but like, I just, for some reason, like, I just always find my way back out here,
what are you doing right now to survive?
I'm not saying I'm like a big drug dealer or nothing like that, but I do provide, like, I make sure to hustle enough to be out so I don't get sick, like, I will, and because I don't boost, I don't knock girls who make money off of themselves, like, I give them total, like, more power to you, at least you're not one of these girls out here fucking for free, excuse my language, and at least they're making their money, I give them all, but that's not my style. So, like, it's limited for women out here to be able to survive, and so, like, I try to do that to my best of my capabilities, and because I'm, like, I try to be the best person I can in this ugly world.
For women out here?
Yes, it is very I've been out here for 5 years, on and off. Like, I've been in but I always end up, like, I'll have a perfectly good home, like, and I always end up out here just because, like, ever since I ran away up here, it was crazy. When I got away from my boyfriend, I took off running after, and I ran until this car picked me up, and this is where they dropped me off at the day. Like, they brought me from Catalina all the way up here, and they're like, well, this should be able to, in the morning, this bus will be able to take you anywhere you want to go. And I was like, thank you. And they gave me $40, and and that's all I had was my $40 and a backpack with one outfit, a blanket, and, like, all my drug stuff. And, like, I didn't know not one person up here. I didn't anything. And
Is this where you're residing now, though?
Yeah. Well, I stay on Stone and Fort Low, like, but one of the guys that lived there, like, me and him started talking and stuff like that, and I'm not ready for a relationship right now, like, I'm not trying to, my whole life just fucking went from one day to the next, like, got turned upside down, and the last thing I'm trying to do is get involved with somebody who's also using, because I'm not trying to stay out here forever, so therefore, if I start dating a man that's out here in the drug scene, that means that, like, I obviously must want to stay out here forever, like, because it's not doing anything to help me. So, like, and he didn't like that, and so he started making it very uncomfortable there for me to stay. So, like, I said fuck it, and I just came out here, and I've been out here for like 3-4 days now. And and today he showed up down here today trying to, like, just do the same stuff. He kept on, like, he's with some other girl, and like she was like they walked past me earlier and she tried to like hit my shoulder and shit like that, and like he's antagonizing me down here. Like that's your say. I left up there just so that you would feel like comfortable in your own, like you were living there longer than me, so this is my area, this is my space, and now you want to come down here and antagonize me down here, like. And so it's a really stressful day for me. Like, my good other friend, he's like, I don't want you, just because of everything you're going through right now, this whole situation, he's like, I don't want you to use drugs to not feel it and stuff like that, like that's not a thing. And so he started to chase me earlier on the bike, like my ex or whatever like that.
And you're all scratched up?
Yeah, and so like and he was on the bike, and so like I went over the railing right there, like the railings that they have to go down to the wash. I went over it and I stepped, and I was gonna try to like slide down a little bit, and my footing got lost, dude, and I went slid straight down, dude, and I messed myself up bad, and I freaking took off running, and I seen some of my friends, and so once he seen that I had other people right there, he took off. And then now like freaking I finally came down to underneath the bridge, and he seen me, and that's whenever he must have thought that I was gonna tell. Like I probably told people that because he put his hands on me last night and stuff like that, and so I think he thought that I was gonna tell people about it. So like that's why he has that girl like there, like to try to like what if I was. In his case, I think that he thinks like if I'm gonna tell people that he's gonna have her whoop my ass, like that's the way that it seemed and stuff like that. And so it's just a bunch of drama and stuff like that, and like it's kind of a lot. Like today I was just telling my friend right here, I'm like, dude, we just need to go get on methadone or something, because like this is not like I'm finally free off paper for the first time. Like I'm not on the run from parole, I'm not on run from probation, I don't have warrants. Like it's the first time, like if a cop were to come through, like I mean I have an idea, I'll give him my name for the first time, and since I was like freaking a teenager, like I've always been on the run. I got tried as an adult at 6 years, from 20 to 24, and then I did another. I've been there 3 times and stuff. Like so, I'm kind of a little bit institutionalized,
Okay.
And so like right now, it's the first time that I don't have warrants, and I can, and it's a different feeling. And so right now, I could do anything I want. I can. The sky's the limit, and stuff like that. And so it's just, but it's hard.
All right, the security guard wants us to end it, so we're
Sorry,
gonna end it,
yes, okay.
You're gonna get a bunch of crap on YouTube. All right,
Right,
hope you don't mind.
I can handle that.
No, but you know what? He's a good guy, though.
Yes, thank you.
Other
Sorry.
security guards would just come up here and threaten to mace me or something.
I'm not gonna mace you. You can ask you to.
Yeah.
All right,
okay. Yes.
All right,
Thank
well,
you.
hey man, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate
Yes.
it. Are you okay if I post it up on my YouTube channel?
Yes. Go ahead.
And just in case anybody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have anywhere where they can contact you or send you some money, like a Cash App or email or anything like that?
I don't have a Cash App, but I have last night somebody stole my phone. A number here. No, that's not number.
It's all good. If you get a Cash App or anything like that, just let me know. Contact me on the comments and
I'll send my
link it.
number and stuff like that. As soon as I try to find my phone, I'll send. And if you give me your information, I'll try to. And I'd greatly appreciate it. Any kind of help.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Dallas, right?
Dallas.